cards and I'm going over a Revonn deck profile again. So let's get into it. Costi, as I mentioned, he's such a good looking art. I like it. No thing to be asked there. Now our only grade 3 we are running, it is our 4 last card Revonn. Now here's the thing about Revonn's deck, it is not a complex deck, and that's my only problem with this deck. Like, you can teach anybody to play a normal basic Vanguard and they can just pick this deck up and anybody can easily pilot it. It's just such a simple deck, and that's my only reason. If you get into an Aqua Force, there is no difference between a person who has been playing Aqua Force since a long time and a person who has just picked up the Aqua Force now. It is that easy. And I don't think this deck is such a good representation of an Aqua Force, but that's a different topic. Regardless, this deck is so powerful. It is the best deck in the format along with Narukami. It is not the second best, it is the best along with Narukami. I have seen so many matches going up. It's just insanely busted card. It's so fast. It's unbelievably fast on a grade 3. The first grade 3 turns you just like annihilate them. The skill. You rest one of your rear guards and your opponent's Vanguard gets minus 5k. That minus 5k might sound like nothing, right? It hurts a lot. And it's like all of your rear guards are getting plus 5k, and I mean all of them, your boosters, everything, right? And when they are on the 5 damage, it's very painful. Second skill is very important as well. When it attacks, if you have 5 or more rested rear guards, until the end of the turn this unit gets plus 15k, drive plus 1, and if your soul has a grade 3, this unit gets plus 1 critical. Now that plus 1 critical is such a cherry on top, you don't have to worry about that much, but that plus drive and the 15k makes a lot of difference. So yeah, good card, great boss monsters. Not skillful, but still very strong. Now we're getting into our grade 2s, and the SP Algos, sadly not. So we're running 3 of our Algos. The reason we are running him is that we can perform our grade 2 rush sometimes, not all times, sometimes, because this deck doesn't have to rely on the grade 2 rush. If you manage to pull it off, it's really good. It will go and pop off really hard when you are on the grade 3. So he is there for a really good Vanguard. You can stand something up as well, and he's also a restander. So we're only running 3, and that is enough. You only need to run 3 because we have to make spots for other cards as well. Now our new grade 2 in this set, which is Marine General Gallias, or rather Blue Wave Marine General Gallias. It's a lot of cards here would be, people are going hype about Blue Wave, but these are like only some cards that are Blue Wave, and also the premium Blue Wave is dead, rip. So this card is a good restander when your Vanguard attacks. So basically your Revonn will attack and you will restand this card, and you will apply all of your triggers and everything on him. If you have multiple of them, it's a good thing as well. But the skill reads that during your turn, if you have 4 or more rested unit guard, he counts himself too. He gets plus 5k. On an XL2, he can get 19 with the skill. Normally it would be 14, but with 5k it's 19. And other skill is like when your grade 3 or greater Vanguard attack. I guess no, okay, that's a problem. When your grade 3 Vanguard attacks, and that's why I said premium Blue Wave is dead, is because when your grade 3 Vanguard attacks, if your opponent's current power is different than its original power, then you can counterblast 1 and you can restand this unit. That really hurts because if you remember, G Gallias freezes the power what it is on a base power, but here it says it has to be different. And also this card can only work if your Vanguard is grade 3. It's not greater, so that's a huge kick in the nuts, but it is what it is. But it's a good card in standard, and he's a kind of restander we got. So now we play 4 Coral Assault. Still one of the best cards. He gets really big. It's very painful to guard against him when your opponent's struggling with like what 7k, or if they're on a grade 2, that's like I don't know, maybe 4k or 5k, something like that. Now we have this card, which is Thanasis. He is great. People are running Tidal Assault. You can run it if you really care about your rush. I do not. I like him because we are playing 4 of the best card in this goddamn set, or the deck, Narissa. Together they make a 32k column if you're using it right, because with the Revonn skill you will rest her, with Thanasis skill you will rest her. Okay, that's not gonna fit, but just here they work really good together. He can also rest her, and Revonn will also rest her, so she'll get plus 20k. And if you have multiple of them, and if you have enough soul, you can get her way high up. Like she can be, 38, she can be 48 sometimes, and combined with he also gets plus 5k. So such a good duo, and that's why we're running 4 of Narissa and 3 of our Thanasis. Thanasis is a very underrated card, and honestly it's very, very useful. Kinda spoiled the fun there for grade 1, but for Narissa, as you guys see, the best card in the deck, no questions asked, in Revonn. So now we're also running our grade 3 searcher. Like no shit, Sherlock, we are running only 4 grade 3s. We definitely need him. He also get plus 5k. So like this little plus 5k's makes up a really good number. He gets plus 5k, your Thanasis gets plus 5k. They can also become a 1 column, and you can also utilize them. For example, this would be 17 plus 10, 27. So that way you can also attack their 4k Vanguard sometimes. On 27 you can attack their those numbers can kind of build up, and it can kind of hurt. So yeah, he's there, and he's also a great researcher, so we need him for sure. Now we're playing our another searcher for the grade 2 Vanguard, which is our Algos. We have removed these 2 from our Maelstrom and put them into the Revonn stack, which is important, and also it works as a filter. We need to filter our deck as much as possible so we can get to our Revonn fast as hell. Like, he's there for a filter, he's also there to snatch Algos, so that's why you're running him. Now our grade 1 target. He's just a great card overall. You can splash him into any deck. Your Wheel Assault, you can ride, and when a road upon, you can also draw a card, and he lets you exchange a column. So he's just a great card, and no questions needed there as well. Now for our trigger lineup, as we are running Revonn, finally we can play our crit triggers. So we're playing 6 crits, we're playing 6 draws because we need our Revonn again, and we're playing 4 heals. So yeah, that is the trigger lineup, and this deck is very, very solid, very fast, very the destruction is horrible. Like, you can just pop off and it just goes very, very well. Like, it's just a great deck overall. It's very simple, it's very linear, but whatever, it's just a great deck, and that's it, I guess. So I'll see you guys in the next video.